Warriors, rise. Man, will Ripple XRP make it? We're going to break that down in this video today. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. And my intentions and mission is to find as many people as possible who are tired of being in the just over broke system and want to seek understanding how the new system is working. The old paradigm, taking advice from our parents and our grandparents, is not going to work in this new paradigm. It's not, warriors. The old 401k, pension, waiting for your Social Security, going to school to get a job where you can barely pay back your education, that whole paradigm is getting shattered right now, warriors. There's a brand new way of doing business. Doesn't mean that it's wrong the way that we did it. It's just an old paradigm. And the elites are not doing what we are doing. They're going on a whole different system, moving your whole monetary system. That's what we're going to discuss today. If you want access to my portfolio exit strategy, access to my 27 team members on our cryptocurrency team, over 100 cryptocurrency courses, 7 calls a week, and we're actually revamping and relaunching our academy with 10 times more value coming up in the next 2 weeks. Get in the Warrior Academy. Click the link down below. Tons of free resources, and also you can jump right into the Warrior Academy. All right, so let's jump right into it. I got all gussied up for you guys. I did my hair. I wanted to make sure that I looked beautiful for this presentation because it's a very serious one around will Ripple make it. Let's dive right into it, warriors. Okay, so first we're going to watch this video. This was on June 7th, 2022. So we're going to discuss whether I think Ripple's going to make it. Now, I want to talk to you guys again about my strategy as an investor. I'm a Warren Buffett style investor in cryptocurrency. What does that mean? I believe the longer you stay in the market, the wealthier you get. I buy fundamental, long-term strategy cryptocurrencies that have real-world solve, that are like that represent software to me, that actually are already up and operating the system. Now, do I have a part of my portfolio that has shit coins in it? Absolutely, I do. But my diversification throughout my cryptocurrency portfolio are picking what I think are going to be winners, and not all are going to be winners. Some are going to lose, but I am focused on not tribalism, but picking the ones that I think are going to change the financial system. Number one, I'm also a big business owner. What I mean by big business owner, I'm really big in business. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a conscious entrepreneur, which is very different. I run my businesses from a very high level of Christ consciousness. So it's very, very important to me. So I'm a serial entrepreneur. I also diversified into insurance, which is, I call it leveraged life insurance, where I'm using my life insurance to secure my wealth so nobody can touch it. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can sue it. Even if you file bankruptcy, it can't be touched, warriors. You become infinity banking, you can borrow against yourself, and it's always compounding and you never lose your principal. I also use a little bit of silver to barter if the US dollar collapses. Okay, then I'm going to show you as well a lot of warriors are jumping into pre-IPOs. So we have 6 pillars or 5 pillars of our investment strategy that I share in the Warrior Academy. Now, is it the right way? I don't know. It's worked for me, and it's allowed me to crunch a 35-year retirement into a 4-year timeline, and it allowed me the opportunity in the vehicle, what I believe is going to be generational wealth based on picking winners and losers in crypto, continuing to scale 7-figure businesses in the internet and online space, also having some protecting my dollar with the little bit of silver. I don't have a lot of silver, and then really diving into these IPOs and really getting into things early. But let's dive into this really quickly. Okay, not quickly, but we're going to jump into this. This is she is the Ripple managing director. She says the last 18 months have been the strongest for the company. So do I believe Ripple XRP is going to be here? Absolutely, warriors. Here's why. Listen to how poised they are, warriors. They're going through an SEC case, and they're poised. They're poised, and here's why.
Triple, we're really focused on the long-term utility, not the volatility. Since the early days, we've really focused on solving real-world problems with crypto and blockchain technologies, particularly around cross-border payments, addressing things like transparency, cost, speed, reliability, and we built a very strong cross-border network based out of that. So I think we remain to be really bullish on that crypto-enabled future for financial services.
I can see the laser focus on strategy, but given valuations have been hit so badly across the sector, even major crypto companies and
that was really important. I can see the laser focused on strategy. They don't give a shit that the SEC is suing them. They keep moving forward. Strategy, like go ahead and play your games, bring in a new Howey test, use us to bring in a new Howey test. We're about to IPO. We're about to take Ripple to the whole another level on the US stock. We're going to hit the stock market. Our cryptocurrency XRP is going to go through the roof, and we are going to take over the financial system. Poised.
Laying off staff at this point. Is it much more difficult to go out there and raise money now?
That was an important thing. Sorry. Let me replay that because I want you guys to hear that. I shouldn't have disrupted that. My apologies. Listen to this.
This point, is it much more difficult to go out there and raise money now? Nations have been hit so badly across the sector. Even major crypto companies are laying off staff at this point. Is it much more difficult to go out there and raise money now if you need cash?
Look, last 18 months have been the strongest periods for us ever. We've doubled our payments network. We have hundreds of customers with a payment flow run rate of over $15 billion today. So we continue to see strong demand because, again, we are solving real world problems, real pain points with these technologies.
What's jumped out in recent years, the amount of fintech companies all seemingly doing something similar, whether it's in the crypto space or if it's in the buy now, pay later space. There's a lot of mimicking of business models. Do you think some of the competition is going to fall away because of this difficult backdrop we're talking about?
Yeah, I think, in times like this, obviously still early stages, right? The crypto and blockchain technologies have been in just over 10 years. There's a lot of innovation happening. We see a massive, talents moving from traditional finance into this space, a lot of funding, which does mean it's a great environment to be innovating. Does that mean everybody's going to survive? Of course not, right? That is part of the innovation. Some will, some not. And it's very hard to know, who are the winners and losers. But I think if you focus on, again, solving the real world problems, solving pain points, that's a winning recipe.
Oh, man. They have such a poised team, Warriors. This is why I'm so bullish on Ripple and XRP. Not a maximalist. This is how you invest. This is how you invest. Don't get caught up in all the bullshit, with all these people going off. This is how you invest. They solve pain points. That's how an entrepreneur grows a business. An entrepreneur that can solve problems for their customers can grow their business, Warriors. So think about what she just said. We focus on solving pain points. We're not worried about all the bullshit, pump and dumps. We're solving pain points, real world solve. And then this just came out today, June 9th. Okay. Bloomberg empowers clients by expanding coverage to top 50 crypto assets. New York, June 9th, 2022. Bloomberg announces today an expansion of its market leading coverage cryptocurrency data on Bloomberg Terminal, including the top 50 crypto assets, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, XRP, Solana, and more. Clients can now monitor intertrade pricing and expand universe of cryptos, indices for future contracts, real time for faster data-driven investment decisions. That's probably the slowest I've ever talked before. And I slowed it down so you could hear that, Warriors. Are you hearing what I'm hearing right here? I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you, Warrior. You held on like a tick on a dog. Do you guys remember? Many of you have been with me for a long time. All the people that were sending me messages in December 2020 when I was quarantined. JV, what are you doing? Ripple's getting sued by the SEC. Why did da-da-da-da? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm holding on like a tick on a dog. I'm buying more. I'm buying the dip. I'm not going to trip. Diamond hands. Hold the line, baby. And those who are consistent. I'm not saying this isn't financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm holding the line. For things like this, crypto firm Ripple will explore IPO after the SEC lawsuit ends. And then you got companies like Link2, democratizing private finance. It used to be you have to have like 7.2 billion on investable assets to get into these pre-IPOs. Now, do you have to be an accredited investor? Absolutely, you do. To get into these, you can click the link down below to explore Link2, but you can get into things like, check this out. You can get into Ripple pre-IPO, Link2 pre-IPO, Uphold pre-IPO, BitPay, Dapper Labs, and many companies. This company is amazing. I'm actually going to have Ray from Link2 on the channel just to interview him and talk to him in the future here, just to help you guys. We can do a live, we can answer questions as well. We're big proponents of Link2. It's one of the pillars of our investment strategy. Now, one thing too is people are like, well, you got to be a accredited investor. Warriors, do you realize that you can become an accredited investor by getting your license? and anybody can get their license. In the academy, I'm actually redoing my portion of it. And during the link 2 portion and talking about pre-IPOs, underneath, we're going to give the resource where you can go get licensed. You don't have to have $300,000 in combined income as a couple. You don't have to have $200,000 in income the past 2 years. You don't have to have $1 million in investable assets. You can actually get licensed. And once you're licensed, they feel like you have enough acumen to get into pre-IPOs. So there's many different ways around it, Warriors. So what I want to talk to you about is the mental part of where we're heading, right? You have to get into the wealth frame of mind. Even if you have $2 in your bank account, that does not mean you cannot start having the wealth paradigm right now. We've been indoctrinated into a system. Okay, money doesn't grow on trees. Yes, it does. It's paper, right? Money is just quantum. It's just energy. It's just vibration. It's just frequency, Warriors. And when I finally figure that out, money flows to me easily in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a daily basis. Now, you can believe that or not. It's a fact. I have multiple sources, 24 hours a day, passive income. Now, Warriors, it's all about frequency. That's what it's all about. You find your vibe, you find your tribe. My mission and purpose is to free as many people from the just over broke system by leading by example. Now, am I a multi-millionaire right now? Absolutely not. Did I build $1 million company and about to build another $1 million company? Yes, absolutely. Do I have a nice crypto portfolio? Absolutely. Do I have life insurance set up for retirement? Absolutely. I don't mix my investments or my retirement. So I feel very comfortable where I'm heading in the worst economic times in the world. I just made small incremental changes that you can do the same thing, Warriors. But I'm telling you what, the vehicle you're in right now isn't going to get you to wealth. The old wealth paradigm isn't going to work anymore. That was designed for workers, factory workers. They used to have where you used to be able to go get a factory job and get a good job and a pension and health insurance, and school wasn't a fortune to go to. You get a good education and get a good job and live a good life. Warriors, once the government got involved in education, it became extremely expensive. You have professors making $500,000 a year. Think about that. Once the government got involved in education, they started subsidizing education. All of a sudden, it started costing $100,000 to get an education to go make $30,000 a year to not be able to pay your student loan back. And now President Biden and his staff are doing this whole push on paying off your student loans. Of course, the midterms are coming up. Of course, they're going to say that we're here for the people. No, you're not. You're not here for the people. Nobody is here for the people. They're not. Then those. Think about this. Most of them don't even have real world solve. Most of them went to school. They got picked from these elite universities where their parents could pay tons of money to get them into that school. And then the money just keeps flowing. The people in the schooling, politics, money go hand in hand. Politics, money go hand in hand. It's the same thing with all this stuff. The Ripple SEC case, there's money. I guarantee there's politics and money involved in that, Warriors. So if you know the game, you can't be played. But I'm telling you, the old paradigm and vehicle that you're in, I'm not saying that you're doing it incorrectly, but taking advice from your grandparents and parents about wealth in this new quantum field, it's not going to work, Warriors. A lot of the financial advisors you go to at a bank are broke. They're just selling products and services and they drive BMWs and big ass houses to impress people that they don't even like to keep up with the Joneses. And they're selling you stuff that makes them the most commission. That's just basically what they're doing, Warriors. A lot of them are. There's some good financial advisors out there. But what I'm saying is, Warriors, the old paradigm, the vehicle that we're in, it's not going to work for this new paradigm. In 10 to 15 years, a lot of your jobs aren't going to be here. They're leveraging you towards technologies. There's robots now that can flip burgers. There's robots that can do drywall. Think about that for just a moment. Much faster, much more efficient with very little margin of error. There's restaurants in China that the fast food that is delivered by a robot. Whereas they're leveraging us towards technology. Jerome Powell says he's worried about the middle class coming back to a new economy leveraged towards technology. Think about that, Warriors. So I love you. I appreciate you, Warriors. I really, really do. I really do. I want to support you. We want to help you. If you want a great tribe to be part of, to really get your vibe, where, like I said, we're relaunching the academy. We're rebranding. We're also rebranding, and we're redoing the inside of it with 10 times more value for the exact same price for the academy. You also can get into our free Discord, Warriors. If you want to check out link 2, so I put the link down below if you want to check out, surf around there, and you can also see what it takes to be a accredited investor. But don't let that discourage you, Warriors. Find out what it takes to be a accredited investor and do the tools and resources to get there. You can get licensed. You can go get your license, Warriors. I think it's like $300 to get your license. So remember, there's always a way. There's always a way. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.